A 16-year-old named Adam Rain took his own life, and his parents, Matt and Maria Rain, searched his computer looking for answers, looking for any information that to see, what they had missed, and they discovered that their son was talking to ChatGPT, and now they filed a lawsuit against the parent company OpenAI, saying that ChatGPT acted as a suicide coach, that ChatGPT encouraged Adam to take his own life. One of the things that AI does very well is it's very affirming and almost to a fault. It'll be encouraging, it'll be affirming. These AI are built around service. And so what they're doing is they are actively encouraging you to keep going. Now, there are safeguards and there are different barriers that are put up that are supposed to be triggered if you start talking about these sorts of subjects, but it is possible to break your way through those barriers. So here you have a mentally ill 16-year-old who is searching for affirmation and finds it in the form of what becomes a suicide coach in ChatGPT. Now, I'm not saying that that's what the robot actually did. I'm not saying that's what the AI did. I'm not saying it's OpenAI's fault. I've been a big proponent of using AI as a great tool. It is a phenomenal tool when used right. But more and more, especially for kids, we're seeing the wide open internet with no real guidance and no real control. The deeper problem here is one that I talk about frequently on my own show, and that's the problem of mental health among our kids. One of the biggest problems that we saw during the COVID-19 pandemic and afterwards is how many kids were exposed to all sorts of horrible stuff on various social media. And they were exposed to it because they were in their rooms, they weren't at school, they were shut out of school, and they were scrolling endlessly. And as a result, these kids started picking up on some of the personality traits that we now know were really signs of mental illness by other influencers. You've got tons of kids out there who are listening to the influencers who don't have the right guidance when they're on the internet. And so they turn to a tool like ChatGPT and they don't know how to work it. They're just going seeking affirmation. They're seeking something and they find it in a robot and he's managed to break through the safeguards or stumble through the safeguards or whatever's there. Yes, there are problems with AI. It's not a perfect technology. We have to keep searching for a solution to the mental health crisis. We're facing one as a country, especially among our kids.